Guys, welcome to Flights and Fabrics. I am Sumire, and today's topic is already in my display. I want to talk about books that I've read just to inspire you since it's winter and everything outside is set on a pause just for now until summer next year. So we want some hobbies to do inside as well, and especially as holidays coming, you want something cozy. You want to do something cozy when it's raining or snowing wherever you are. So I came up with a few books, and the thing is, since I did my 75 this at the beginning of this year, it really forced me to read. I ended up reading approximately 20 books, and some of them have also been audio, and I'm still reading, and I'm like I'm obsessed with books right now. So what better way to start this whole thing and send you on holidays with a few books that I really find very, very important for you to read in your 20s and up in your early 30s. I have 5 books that I've read over the course of my mid-20s until now, and some of them I've read before, not understanding why I was reading them, but as I read them for the second time, I felt like, okay, it makes sense, and it's also some sort of like self-development. They help you along the way. You do not always have to read books to figure out who you are, but certain books just, give you that extra push. Anyway, let's start with the one book that took me forever to read, and I would highly recommend this to anyone out there who's transitioning or starting over, or just in general is about to do something and you're still holding back. This is the book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. This book has meant so much for me. It was like my light when I was doing 75 hard, because I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have the self-discipline to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And so much of me I could see in this book without even knowing that I had that kind of strength. I'm the kind of person who will actually face the fear and do it anyways in certain situations. In other situations, I need a book like this. So I would definitely recommend, again, if you're in your mid-20s and up until now, your early 30s, mid-30s, whatever, you can always read this book. It's for everyone, and yeah. And the next one is The Body Keeps the Score. This book meant so much to me because I wanted to understand my nerve system and how my nerve system works. And this book I cherish because it says the body keeps the score, brain, mind, and body in the healing of trauma. And in a way, all of us has experienced some traumatic episodes or some traumatic periods in our lives, and if there's one thing we all know, that it sits in your body, and sometimes when people trigger you, it can just come up in different ways. Could be anxiety, it could be that you have a breakout, it could be anything. Your body will always tell you that something is off. So reading this book made me understand my body a little bit more, and made me understand like how to deal with certain traumas that still sits in my body and how to navigate in that, and of course with the help of my therapist, of course. So a book is never like the only thing that will help you through a hardship, but I will highly recommend it, whether you are you are dealing with a lot right now, or just for a good read. And also, like, if you have it on your bookshelf, that would be great. So yes, Body Keeps the Score. Another book that I love and cherish, and I think every 3 years or so I pick up this book again and I read it, and I'm such a lover girl. I love love in all forms. I love every, like I think it's 5 different kind of like type of love, not love languages, but loves. Like there's the agape, there's all these other different kind of love, and I love to understand and read about love. So Bell Hooks, I love this book, and it just explains everything you need to know about love, and every single time I read it, I just get I feel like brand new. I feel like I know love on a new scale. I cannot explain it. You just have to read it. You do yourself a favor and read it, and I think it will help you have a better understanding of the people that are in your life that you love and cherish and care for. Love is so beautiful, and this book always reminds me that love is beautiful. So yeah, I always pick it up every now and then when I feel like, okay, what's going on? Like what? Or when I feel like the world is cruel, I go back to this book. And right now, a lot of things are going on in the world, and I pick this up, and it reminds me that I need to be kinda patient and also giving of love. So yeah, bell hooks, it just teaches you, and especially again if you're in your mid-20s. I picked it up when I was 24, read it. I felt like a breath of fresh air, and then again in my late 20s I read it, and I was like, oh, again a breath of fresh air. And now I read it with a new set of eyes, and I was like, I always recommend it to someone, or if it's someone's birthday, I always buy them this book. So yeah, highly recommend. And then of course this year I read this one, The Diary of a CEO by Bartlett. And honestly, this book, it is my little Bible, because I have my own little business going on, my candles business, and I just feel like this has gotten me through a few things, and to just understand of like not being a CEO, just like understanding the mindset of business in general and life. Of course, you can be the CEO of your life, but I find this book a very, very helpful, and for us who are not heavy on the business aspect and how to run your own business and how to do like certain things, it made sense and it was fun. And yeah, again, I will highly recommend it if you're trying to start your own thing, whether it's like content creating or your little shop or something. If you're trying to start something and you want to make it stable, you want to make it sustainable and consistent, and you want to stay consistent, this is the book. So you should have it on your shelf as well. If not, give it to a friend. The last book, I was contemplating whether to include it or not. But this book I read a long time ago. I think it was like when I was 24 or something like that. And I just picked it up because she was booming all over the place. She's a therapist, and I think all of you know it is Esther Perel. And when she wrote this, when I heard of her and I searched for her book, The States of Affairs, I did not know what I was going into when I bought this book. Even though it says rethinking infidelity. So reading this was from a perspective of a therapist, and I really wanted to know, like, what does a therapist have to say about relationships. I want to know and understand relationships, and it doesn't matter what kind of relationships it is, whether it's my friendships, whether it's like the intimate relationships I have with my partner, or just relationships. I always want to have an understanding, because it is what makes us who we are. So when I read this book, I was single, and I was like, I kind of understood a lot of things about relationships and how infidelity is just a strange thing and you cannot mold it into one, and how people navigate and change in relationship. It was so interesting, and I will recommend you to read this book in your late 20s and in your early 20s, just to have a sense of understanding of relationships. It's fun, and also there are so many things that you can understand, and it's just it's easy. It's an easy read, and I have read it over and over again, and when I got into a relationship, I had to read it again, and it is a book that I definitely recommend, especially if you're very fond of the works of Esther Perel. I will highly recommend this. So those are the books that I feel like you should definitely have on your bookshelf. Um, in this day and age, I feel like they will just get you through, and I'm sure there are plenty of other books. And if you like this, if you love for me to recommend a few more books, but because there is a lot, I will definitely do that. And then we can go into the universe of books and storytelling and learning of self. But these are definitely the books that are on my shelves that I will definitely read over and over again every now and then, just to remind me of simple stuff of being a human being, of being and running a company, running all of this, the things that called life. So yeah, I hope that was a little inspiration into what you should read this time on. And please let me know if you want other books than these. Anyways, that was it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope that it helped, and then you can go out there, find your book, and move on and have some good read. Other than that, I've been your girl Simile. Until next time, peace.